We're back for season 2 of the KASH Talk Podcast. We still haven't come up with like a tagline or anything.
Terrible.
It's been a year, but welcome back to the KASH Talk Podcast. I'm Cash, Kiana, whichever. I don't remember how I said it before, but you know, Kiana, aka Cash, No All Souls Heal.
Yes. I am Cam Van Dam,
You have to think about it.
her lovely fiance.
We didn't tell them yet.
We did. Did we?
Not
we did.
on our personal stuff, yes, but we didn't tell the podcast yet.
Sorry.
It's a different community here. But yes, as he ruined the surprise, we are engaged. How long has it been already? In 3 months, it'll be a year since we got
9
engaged.
months.
So in March, on our 8th year anniversary, Shane did propose. So that's one thing that has taken us on a twirl this year. But yeah, this is our first episode of season 2. So this is really just going to be talking about like where we've been. It's been a break. I know I didn't really give a warning. I kind of just disappeared. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to give updates on our life in general, where we are right now and where we see the podcast and this community going moving forward. So yeah, where should we begin?
Produce us, Cash. I guess start with a little bit of the idea of the rebrand. Like where did this come from?
It came from being overstimulated, confused, and kind of fed up. But also, I go through these cycles pretty often. So is this new for me? Not at all. As some of you know, I am a Gemini, and that might explain a lot to you for those of you that care about that stuff. I do care about it, so it explains me pretty well. But basically, I just feel like I had to take a break and step back from No Souls Heal, Instagram, like just posting on Instagram as more like my personal life and stuff like that. So I went back to my personal Instagram. If you know me in real life and you have me on Instagram, you know that I went MIA on my personal page because I was focusing on the Cash page. And I basically flipped that. I started just living my life in the moment and just put Cash to the side because I kind of felt like it was like a chore to me. I felt like it was me just creating infographics and posting them and not really caring about the stuff I was saying. Granted, like I did care. Let me not say that. That came out bad. But I cared because I thought that's what people cared about. And that's what I was just posting things that like, you know, everybody's posting the wellness stuff, the green drinks, the smoothies, blah, blah. And that's what I was doing. I kind of just fell in that niche pool. I tried to niche down and I realized quickly that was not for me. I wasn't really feeling like I was providing anything that meant anything in real life. Like, yeah, they were facts and, you know, they were backed in science and all that, but I didn't tell anybody how to implement these things or like what it meant to me, like all that stuff. Like I just was posting to post and I kind of felt like I didn't know what direction I wanted to go. And I was trying to fit myself in some type of box that I didn't even know existed. And I just found myself trying to live a well-balanced life on social media, but it wasn't reflecting in what I was practicing for myself in the real world. And I tried to present myself on the Cash page as somebody that I am, but I'm not. So, you know, people that know me, and if you don't, I'm like very multifaceted. Have I mastered all of these things? No, we talked about this in an episode last season. I'm like a jack of all trades, but I haven't mastered any of them. What is it? A jack of all trades, but a master of none.
Master of none.
Which is sad, but I think I'm pretty good enough. And that goes into a whole nother thing that Shane and I spoke about recently. It's just like some things I just don't care. Mm-hmm. And it's not that I don't care about the outcome. It's just, I'm just not all in. But yeah, like I'm multifaceted. I'm kind of all over the place with my multifacetedness. I think I'm freaking hilarious. And I'm disorganized and that's okay. And I was presenting myself as this like full package on the Cash page. And it wasn't supposed to be like that. So I after the last episode, I think I basically just dubbed it. I was just like, whatever. Mm-hmm. I post randomly, like I'll be like, hey, like I'm alive. Here's a picture for people that don't have me on like my personal Instagram. Cause a lot of people on the KASH, and that's another thing. A lot of people on the KASH page are friends and family. Mm-hmm. And I was making content that I knew that it was fine for them to consume. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, and I wasn't really thinking of the people that I made friendships with. Like there's a lot of people that I still have conversations with in my DMs because I feel like we formed a friendship. And I want KASH moving forward to be about those people and not about this expectation that I placed on myself that never really existed, but I just felt like I needed to fit in this niche. I need to fit in this box. And that's just not what I'm doing anymore. Like I'm really into health and wellness. I like health and wellness, but right now I'm not in the space of my life where I'm practicing what I'm preaching. And that's okay.
And I think that like, well, yeah, you said it. I was about to say, and I think that that's okay. But yeah, I mean, I would in my big boss voice.
What?
And I'm just speaking as somebody as the executive producer of this fine podcast. But I think that you have to throw things at the wall. You have to try things. And ultimately, they kind of help you shape what your brand is going to be. And that is such a important and necessary part of brand development, as well as like just personal development. Just from the outside looking in, as you guys know, we produce this podcast, but we had difficulties, I would say, kind of defining on what direction we wanted to go in moving forward. Mm-hmm. We had a lot of stuff happen this year. We got engaged.
You graduated.
I graduated. Master of the Arts. Thank you.
You know, his sister graduated. My sister graduated.
There's a lot going on. A lot of motivational events happened this year, I would say, and I feel like that's always a good thing because it kind of subconsciously forces you to reevaluate your own personal track. And it's not like you're comparing yourself to anybody, but it's
you
always
see people getting more, so you want more.
Yeah. And I think that's healthy. I always think that's healthy.
I agree.
I think that's healthy. Especially with the community that we are trying to build, like our own familial community. Mm-hmm. As well as the community we're trying to market ourselves to. We want that to be at the forefront. Like, it's okay, you know, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not know what you want to do. It's okay to try things, throw things at the wall and be like, hey, maybe this is not for me. But what I recognized is that before we even started season 1, you were apprehensive about the podcast. It was you know how you get, like it's sometimes it's like
the self-doubt is real.
The self-doubt instills fear.
Yes.
And the fear shows itself in different ways.
And through therapy, I found out that it's not really anxiety. Therapy. It's not like anxiety, fear, some fears. Mm-hmm. So get me wrong. Anxiety, fear, and excitement all have the same hormonal like change in your body. So I had to, well, I didn't even have to because I'm doing it now. I am and that's what I'm working on. I am, sentences. I am currently trying to redefine what those things, like what my emotions are. Mm-hmm. So it's like, am I anxious or am I excited? Am I fearful or am I just nervous? And that's normal, mm-hmm. And all those things kind of stem from something else, of course. So it's like a fear can come from a past trauma. Mm-hmm. Maybe I am, hesitant towards making changes and standing up in front of crowds and stuff because of past embarrassments.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm feeling anxious because I'm not I have a people-pleasing issue, which I do, and I want to make sure that my message or whatever I'm presenting is pleasing.
And clear.
Yeah, and clear to the people that I'm performing or like announcing to. And it's not even that I don't, and it is, but it isn't. It's not that I don't think I'm good enough. It's the fear of thinking that other people don't think that I'm good enough.
Yeah.
And I am statements.
Nice.
I am working on disassociating that. My goal in life is not to make other people happy, while that is, what is that? What word am I looking? While that is a pro, I don't know.
Something like that. Keep going.
Y'all get it. But like, helping people is always good. But my first priority is, this is something I want to do. I'm going to do it whether or not somebody likes it or not. Because guess what? Who gives a fuck if somebody that doesn't like it doesn't like it? Mm-hmm. I give a fuck about the people that like it, and I do it for those that like it.
Yes.
And that's been my issue. Like,
I love it. It's a part of the growth. It's something that you recognize, and not even to stray away from what I was saying, but I was saying, like, you discovered that you really like doing it. Like, and that's something that I wouldn't say 2 years ago. So because you are you, mm-hmm. and you have the tendency to not care about things when they get, I don't even want to say hard, but I would say consuming.
When the shit get too real.
Yeah. You have the propensity to kind of duck away or do this, that, and the third, but it felt good. I would say that you pushed me to get the podcast season 2 going. You wrote out what you wanted to do. You EP'd, you basically did a lot of executive producing yourself. So that's good. That's a step in the right direction. There was a universe in which we do season 1 and then we never do a season again. And that's not our universe currently. So that's exciting.
Yeah, it almost was. Because I'm lazy.
Sometimes. That's
okay.
You have new pod ideas. You starting to really formulate what you want the KASH brand to look like.
And that kind of came into me not caring in a way. Because I stopped caring about what everybody is posting, what everybody else is doing. And like, I still care. Don't get me wrong. I'm not 100% there. But at least when it comes to where I want to put my time, mm-hmm. You're going to see a whole bunch of random shit, basically.
I love
it. Because that's just me. That's who I am. Like, I like random things. And it's not random like we about to be doing a podcast in a skydiving plane and you're going to hear, like, not that type of random, but just never. Like, that is true, but man, it's not happening. Don't look forward to that. But like, every once in a while, I want to do like book reviews or recapping my books, or once in a while, I want to do a recipe. Once in a while, I want to do my wellness stuff. Once in a while, like there's so many things that I want to do. And I'm like, do I have to make a new Instagram for that? Do I have to do this? Do that? And I don't got time for that. Like, I'm about to start school in a week.
Announcement, by the way.
I'm getting my second master's degree. I feel like I said this already.
No, you didn't.
I didn't. And I didn't tell them when I got accepted or nothing.
You did it. Listen,
I don't remember
shit. It's the end of the year. This end of season
maybe
1.
Next episode I could read my jar.
Yeah, nice.
But anyway, I am going back to school for my second master's degree. Why? Because I like torture. And I call myself a forever learner. So I'm going back for health and wellness management, master's of science, with the University of Cincinnati. I don't even know if I should say that, because what if I say something, y'all try to cancel me and then you tell my school?
I think you'll be fine.
I think so too. But just in case, don't cancel me. That's not nice. But yes, so I have a lot going on. We're planning a wedding and we're doing destination. It's just a lot going on right now. And where was I going with this? Oh, I need to spend my time doing something that I enjoy doing and I don't feel forced to. And that's what I was feeling like before. Like, I'm just like, oh, every Monday, here's an affirmation. Oh, here's probably, the tip of the Tuesdays, whatever.
So that's to say that we will be a little bit more free flowing with the content.
It's all about the vibes
from the KASH brand. As you heard from KASH herself, it's all about the vibes. And I mean, I feel as though this gives us an opportunity to really delve into, like you said, practice what we're preaching, but utilizing some of these best practices with the entire brand, as well as you personally, but also with the entire brand, and how we choose to roll out new things and how we choose to introduce new things to the brand. Like, this is season 2 of the podcast. But there's other pieces we want to bring, like you said, the book reviews. We want to do a whole bunch of fun stuff. And I think that you taking this stance, which is very important.
I take a lot of stances.
You do. But it'll allow me to reevaluate how we post, how we present it to the people. And sometimes less structure is a good thing.
Yes. Because I think we tried that. Like, you tried to treat, because even though I'm his fiance, I'm still a client, and he tried to treat me like his other clients, like that Google Calendar, Google Calendars and shit. Like, come on, that I'm like,
doesn't work for you.
The vibes is not here today. I cannot record today because I'm not in the mental space. It's gonna be boo boo. So, I think moving forward, granted, episodes will still come out, consistently.
Yes.
But the days that I record now, we don't know when those are gonna be.
We'll figure it
out because there's probably gonna be days where we could bust out 2-3 episodes because Shane is working, and that's another announcement. Shane is working in theater right now.
No longer unemployed.
And he has crazy shifts, and there's days that I don't see him at all because he's gone from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. So there might be days where Shane is off for 2 days and we just bust out a couple of episodes, and I don't have to record for a certain amount of time or things like that, or maybe something comes up and I just want to do an episode real quick. So that's where it's going to take. We will, I don't know what day or time this is coming out. But whatever that day and time is,
hopefully so.
It'll be that day and time moving forward.
Yes, indeed. So I'm excited. I'm extremely excited, actually. Season 2.
Yeah.
Season 2. We here, baby. We here.
I'm trying to think of all the other announcements. I have a new job.
Yes, you have a new job.
In my field.
Big bank cash.
It's medium bank, but
medium bank.
It is definitely double of what I used to make. But also I have my first master's in organizational leadership, and that's basically what we're doing here. Just in corporate. So I am working at an NGO, and I won't give out my job because
please don't.
That's a job that I don't want to lose. But it's an NGO.
Yes.
And I'm in charge of, well, not even in charge. I am a part of a team that does leadership development, basically, with the organization. And it's out of my comfort zone because I am way more important than I thought I was going to be. And
we love it.
Tomorrow, which I won't even say, tomorrow I am leading an orientation, and I've only been here for 3 weeks. So this should be fun.
We don't gotta go deep into your job, but
no, that was all I was gonna say.
I love it. Do you feel supported? How do you feel about the first 3 weeks?
Okay, yes. It is scary how open, I guess I'll say transparent, since it's a job. Transparent, intentional, and organized that this onboarding process has been. If you know me, you know I love to complain. And every job I've held in the past, since 2017, graduating college, I've complained nonstop about it. The only complaint that I have about this job right now is that it's too many damn Zooms, but it's also a remote job. So what else is there to expect? But my supervisor is the nicest person that I've ever had as a supervisor. She like mapped out my 30 days, like basically like, and it's not even like on some micromanagement shit. Like she like was like, I don't expect you to know everything. I don't expect you to want to know everything. But here's some of the things that I think we should cover in these first 90 days. Like, here's some things that I think we could get you started on the first 90 days. You know, just take some time to learn the organization. Da, da, da. And I'm like, what? Like, give me a task to do. I'm bored. And like, love it. But, you know, she has me doing stuff now, but that's because I basically begged. But it's been refreshing. And I can see that my mental health has already improved from feeling supported. I can see it. And I don't even feel like this. Another thing, I had a breast reduction. And this is just all over the place, but it ties in, I promise. So before my breast reduction, I did have to stop birth control. And that's because, you know, anesthesia, blah, blah, blah. If you had a surgery, you get it. Yes. So it's been probably like 3.5 months post-op now, maybe. Yeah, post-op now. So I haven't been on any like drugs. I don't know, like, you know, hormonal adjusting prescriptions. And I recently obviously started back on all of those because like, you know, whatever. Anyway, and I noticed a change just in that too of my anxiety levels. So, you know, I stopped my birth control. I was working at my previous job, still anxious, of course, but that's because they was doing too much. And won't even get into that. It's not even worth it. They were doing too much and it used to make me anxious going into work. And then when I stopped my birth control, like my anxiety kind of calmed down a bit. And then like, you know, being off work for like 2 weeks, I took a 2-week break before starting a new job, then starting a new job. I just noticed like changes in my mental health and my anxiety. 1, removing myself from that environment. 2, stopping something that I knew had horrible side effects for me, like the brand. I'm pro birth control, but the brand that I was using did not work for me. And I was just like, didn't want to bother my GYN for some reason. I was just like, yeah, like whatever, everything is, you know, like not taking myself seriously when I knew something was wrong. And when I started making those changes, like drinking more water, changing my birth control, detoxing, like, and I don't mean like detoxing to lose weight. I mean like, you know, stopping my prescriptions that you can, not everybody could do that, but stopping the prescriptions that I felt like weren't, you know, meshing well with my body. I don't know. I feel like I took more control of like my moods of the day, and that made it easier for me to complete tasks and do like, you know, be more adaptable and, you know, do all these changes. I like traveled by myself multiple times. Granted, Shane met me there, but like traveling places by myself, being by myself. And those are things I could never do before. And these last 3 months, like I've kind of been in it full force. So that was a little rant that probably didn't even fit into the original point, but that's where we're going with this.
That is hilarious.
But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I started the new job. I've been less anxious. Like I feel a little better. Now that I'm clear to do like more movements and like stuff, I've been like riding the Peloton again. We brought it out in the living room and now I could use the bike. Yay. Or like I'm working out again because I'm clear to do that. Or like, you know, I'm just not sweating as much too because I have less titty. So it's just like, you know.
Yes, we understand.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. What was the sum of that? I don't know.
Listen, this is the vibes. This is what it has to be like. Okay, so let's talk about what they can expect from season 2. Do you have?
I have an idea.
All right, so give us the idea.
Well, first challenge is anybody listen to the first episode and is going to listen to every single episode of this podcast. I need you to tell me what I said now.
Yes.
At the end, and let me know if I actually did it, because I'm going to forget. And I'm not listening to this. Like, I don't listen to my own podcast. I hate the sound of my own voice. Maybe that will change in season 3. I don't know.
We'll try to get you.
Shane got me in headphones now, but the volume don't really work. Nah, barely. But anyway, some things we can expect. I would say expect more intentional conversations around life-changing habits and changes and techniques, things like that. So like, I'll give an example because that was a bumble of words, but I don't have an example actually. Okay, let me just throw something out there since I'm on the spot, and he's probably not going to edit that out.
Nope.
But like, I watch a lot of TikTok.
Yeah,
it's unhealthy, and I realized that it was a bad habit. Here it is. That's the trigger right there. Bad habit. Mm-hmm. So what triggered that bad habit is, I just didn't care about anything I was doing. That's how we got here. I didn't care. I'll log off work, lay on the couch 3 hours on TikTok. They're like, you've been scrolling too long. Shut up. I keep going. My screen time manager will come on with the little code you got to put in. Shut up. I'm putting in the code. Continue. And then my screen time will shut it off. Where it shuts it off and it's like your limit for the day, whatever.
Yeah.
Shut up. Ignore limit for today.
I'm back on TikTok.
Yeah. And that's just so bad. That is horrible. I had 4 chances to just stop that I set up for myself to stop, and I didn't do it. Mm-hmm. So that is one. I had a habit and I tried to change that habit, and obviously it failed 4 times. So now it's talking about what that habit was, what I tried to do, how it affected me, what I actually had to do, and the outcome of that. So like right now, I deleted TikTok off my phone. TikTok is not on my phone. It's on my iPad though. But my iPad is so damn big. I'm not laying on the couch for 3 hours to scroll on TikTok on my iPad. I probably could do an hour. That's still bad, but I'm going to take it. So like stuff like that. So, any struggle I'm having in life or Shane's having in life, and the change, like what made us aware of that it was a bad habit for us or something that we didn't want to do. And what we did to change that. So that's one thing. Another thing I feel like we should talk about more is kind of feeling comfortable trying new things. Yeah. And we could make it spicy and even pick something to try. We actually do it, and maybe we'll share it on Instagram or on Twitter, and then come back the following week to review what we did, trying that thing for a week.
Nice. I'm always down to try new things.
He says this, but he
when did I never try something new?
Go back to the people that have been listening since season 1. I want you to remember Shane said that he was going to be waking up at 6 a.m.
I was.
And trying different workouts and all that stuff.
Did I not?
For like a week.
No.
How long was it?
I was good for like a month until we started the mermaid run.
No, that was like your 3rd attempt though.
Oh, from the very first time?
Yes, I'm talking.
Oh man, listen. You talk about the past. I'm talking about the recent past, at least.
Anyway, but so trying new things, and then like we'll post it on the Instagram. We want to hear more from you all, the audience. Like, what do you want to hear? Do you guys want to come on the podcast? Maybe we could have a couple of you on, Zoom you in.
Yep.
If you're in Syracuse, I guess if you want to come to Syracuse. There's nothing here. But yeah, like our friends in Syracuse are more than, I know Mo and Abby are listening. So shout out to Mo and Abby because they listen to everything, and maybe they would, come on a podcast. Shane has a podcast with Mo. You should check it out. Upstate, what is it? Upstate Kicks?
Upstate Kicks, you said. Upstate Knicks.
Upstate Knicks. About the Knicks.
Upstate, yes.
They're
upstate New York. Upstate New York Knicks.
There we go. He has that. Maybe I'll even do a couple of episodes like bonus content.
Love it.
By myself. Because it is technically just my podcast, and Shane is here for moral support.
I'm just a guest.
A forever guest. But maybe I'll do, like a monthly wrap up of the books I read, or like if we watch some shows, like a binge episode. So it's a lot.
Maybe we'll get you on camera.
I don't know about all of that yet.
We getting there. We getting there. We could get you on camera. But that's to make a long story short story long. There's a lot of content coming to you guys.
Yes.
A lot of content coming to you guys. This is just a preview of what I believe will be a great season 2. Will be longer than season 1, of course. Season 1 was more so to make sure that Kash actually liked doing this. And now that she likes doing this, we got a whole bunch of ideas. Which is hard.
I don't like a lot of things. I like a lot of things, but I don't like a lot of things for a long time.
It's also very interesting because she likes to talk. She does. It is what
to you
like to do. And I think you should share your gift with the world. And you are. It took us a long time to get here, but we here. And I'm excited. There's a couple things I would like to talk about season 2. And we'll discuss that more.
Well, tell the people.
Like I said, we'll discuss that more in depth.
You don't want to tell the people?
I'm getting there, babe.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Sorry, I can't really tell when he's talking to me or when he's talking in the mic.
Just because we are about to be unite as a family. What? We're about to unite as a family. Your family and my family, because we're getting married.
Yes.
As you can see, she is a commentator as well, apparently. But yes, we are getting married. I want to talk. I'm gonna kind of help us navigate through the ins and outs of the wedding planning process.
No.
Being a fiance. The
it feels the same as being a girlfriend.
It doesn't for me. Especially as the one.
That means that I've been great since day one.
The ring.
That is true.
It feels a little different.
I wish I never asked how much it was.
It's a good ring too, y'all. But I want to get into that, especially the importance of therapy.
Yes.
I think that's a great topic that we'll cover. As Black men, we need therapy. I'm still actively looking for a therapist.
And I have one.
And I want him to be Black.
Mine is a Black
male.
lady.
That's my hot take.
That's not even a hot take because you should have somebody that understands your upbringing, your culture,
Indeed.
And just because they Black, was it all kinfolk ain't skin folk? All skin folk ain't kinfolk? What is it?
It's
skin folk, kin folk.
But yeah, I want to talk about the importance of therapy, the importance of community, especially, when you have friends that you don't see as often.
Yes, maintaining long distance
friendships, relationships.
And the things we expect in friendships, because I've had a couple of instances this year.
Mm-hmm. What do you call it? The requirements to be your friend.
Yeah,
I think that's something we should.
Are you requiring the same things you put out?
That's a great topic.
You want me to show up for you, but you ain't showing up
for me.
What's going on?
That's tough. And that's not how it should be. But that's how it is sometimes. And we want to talk about that. We want to talk about holidays. I want to talk about holidays, how it works for some people and how it doesn't. I have a couple
Christmas
of friends.
Was just us.
That's true. But even
and Nitus.
Some people it's different around the holidays. Yeah. Some people lost family members around the holidays.
A lot of people lost people these last 3 years.
Yep. And how we kind of navigate through that. A world post vid.
Is it really post though? Because now we got RSV, we got the flu, we got all these strands.
Who knows? We're just in a very.
And I'm still in meetings. People talk about, I'm not going to Kentucky because everybody got COVID.
So it's a bunch of topics we want to talk about.
Life changing after Annie. That came out weird.
It did. It sounded ridiculous. But we'll talk about that. Of course, we'll always have Nitus here. He'll be walking around. You hear the little pitter patter. If I can't X that out. There's this is gonna be a good year, 2023. I don't have what the year of, how they'd be like 2023 is the year of, I don't know what it is for me yet. But I am more than willing to allow that to develop for itself.
You mean like personally?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm more than willing to let it develop for itself, and allow it to kind of define itself through and through. Because I'm starting to stray away from, New Year's resolutions. And I just want to be able to live. Yeah. I think that a lot of people don't really understand what it means to live. That means I'm going on 2 vacations next year. I know that for sure. I don't know where. I don't know how.
You know what one of them is going to be.
That's true. Got to visit the resort, but yeah, I have no resolutions for next year. Well, this year, if you guys are hearing it this year, but
dang.
But I think I'm gonna allow my resolution to define itself. And that's why I say, like, we have plans on moving in a couple years, or this, that, and the third, and we may be going to Atlanta. We may not be going to Atlanta. Who knows? But I believe that no one knows what tomorrow will bring, and that's extremely cliche. But
the sun will shine.
The great Glow said, "Every day the sun will shine." But that's why I love tomorrow. And yeah, I want to be able to allow my life to define itself. Because that's what I allowed myself to do when I went to college. I just said, I'm going to stop.
So free.
I'm just going to stop trying to make decisions of what I think my life should look like, and just allow it to form itself.
Amen.
And it gave me a good starting point, man. I got a good job. Business is on the up and up. We got clients now. We got stuff to do.
We got a nice apartment.
You get what I'm saying? So like I allowed it to kind of develop itself, and we'll figure it out day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute.
Can they hear me burping?
They can hear you burping.
Oh, man. Sorry, people.
But yeah, is there anything else?
I guess I'll tell them my New Year's goals. I have goals. I believe in resolutions, but they're not really resolutions because I don't really name them that. But there's a lot of rewording I have to do. So I'm going to just sum it into one word, which is sustainability. I'm trying to create things that I can sustain instead of saying be consistent in. Because I'm never going to be consistent in anything because of my moods change. I am a very mood-based person. So consistency is not a thing. Sustainability is a thing for me. And we'll talk about that on the next episode of KASH Talk. I forgot to name it.
You're working on it.
I tried to give us a good end segue.
Okay. All right, this will be the end segue. Thank you guys for tuning in to the first season. Wow, the second season.
So you fucking up too?
Episode 1 of the KASH Talk Pod, featuring your boy Ann Van Dam and our leading lady, Kat.
If you didn't notice, now I'm telling y'all. The ats changed on Twitter and Instagram.
It has.
We're not going to talk about the process of that, but you can find me at _KASHCO. I just changed it.
It's new. Give us a break.
Okay. You can find me at _KASHCO, KASHCO on Instagram and Twitter. And the website is not up right now, but when it is up, you can also find me at nosoulsheal.com.
Yes. And you can find me everywhere at Frostman Guru. That's with one U. That wasn't on purpose. But and follow the company at Smooth Family ENT. Smooth, not VE, like how some of you children spell it. TH, Smooth Family ENT. And follow the network. We got a whole bunch of stuff going on. this is just one very important piece into a beautiful puzzle known as Smooth Family ENT. And I thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's going to be a great season. I can't wait. And I guess I'll say bye.
We still ain't get this shit together.
We'll get it together. This season 2. Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.